Hello. Good afternoon, good evening. I'm Carolyn Young. First of all, I love the Lord and I love people. Next of all, I'm a social worker, LMSW. Went back to school at 47 for this journey that I'm on now. I'm not going to tell you how long it took me because then y'all will count my age, right? And worked with a variety of people. I was a teen mom, real teen, like 14 years old. And back in the 70, okay, y'all know my age now. So that was just like looked down upon. You didn't have very much help like you do now with different programs and resources. So you kind of had to feel your way and, fend for yourself, basically. And I thought then if I ever get in a position to help somebody, I would tell them everything I know. Yeah. So, yeah, pretty much. That's it. No, go ahead. As a maid at 16. Yep. Well, there's some years in between there, Kim. You missed a big chunk, but thank you. Yeah. I would worked at a country club at 15, 16, about 16, I think, cleaning toilets, know I always wanted better. Just didn't know how to get to do it. Finally got a GED and, worked at the hospital and here and there, went to Maryland in 1985, 86, and there I became a medical assistant and worked in the jail. And that's how I got to working in corrections. I started off as a medical assistant there and then became a correctional officer and then a correctional specialist. And okay, so that was after the fact that I had my degree, my first degree. I became a correctional specialist. So I did the time for the inmates. I had to calculate their time, and then after I calculated the time, I moved on to the specialist part where I classified them. And that's when I found out that people that from different gangs do get along in the same cell together if they're put in there. But I came up with the idea at that time that they could play chess. So I started a chess club in the jail where that would keep them busy all day and keep them from doing all kinds of other stuff. Yeah. And so maybe when they got out, they would think the consequences if I move this way or move that way, like in a chess game. Yeah. 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 So, well, when I worked as a medical assistant, the first thing I saw there is that, like, a lot of times the inmates didn't get medical care before they came to jail, and especially mental health. They would start them on medication there and give them the shots or whatever, the medications, and they had a whole unit where they kept the mentally ill people that was suffering from mental illness. And then when they went back outside, it was nobody to help them. So it was nothing set up when they left to make sure that they kept getting their medicine. They were in housing, they wasn't on the street. So I seen them in there, medicate them, but then when they left, they would start back doing the same thing before. So it was, that's one of the things that affected me. But also the other was yeah, the younger men that were coming in, sometimes it came from them growing up already, not really having anything because of the environment they grew up in. So they didn't know nothing but to try to do the best they could, which was out in the streets, and if you're giving them a chance, giving them some school or something that they can benefit with when they get out, that's totally different. But it wasn't designed like that. Yeah. So yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Mhm. Right. What I do now? Uh, well, now I'm a social worker and I work with my own people, geriatrics. Yeah. So, I, I go into the home, and so I am a mobile social worker, as they call it. I work in the office too, but I do go out and do assessments. If there's some doubt about APS need to be called in here, I'll go and do an assessment and make a report if I need to, or try to maybe not go that route. But I want everybody to know that APS is just not taking them out the home. A lot of times, those reports are made to get them services and resources. It's not just to take them out their home; it's to get them resources. So yeah. Just like CPS, those social workers have a bad name, or those case managers for just taking kids out, and that's not what they try to do. They try to keep the family together, but sometimes you don't have a choice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I see from back there to where it is now. I was in corrections starting in 1990. And I was like, really, in 88, I started working in the medical unit first and then became a correctional officer. So from what I can tell, I haven't been in the jails in a while, but it seemed like, there is some difference. Now, remember, I did direct supervision, so I was out walking around with them. I wasn't behind a glass window or any of that. So it was a difference, because you actually could stand up and talk to them, and, hear the stories. Sometimes they were stories, but, hear and actually get to know some of these inmates that, you gave them their visits, so you got to see who was on the other side. You got to see how it affected them, not only them being in there, but the family. You know, yeah. So, hmm, yeah. And then you got to see them when they come back from court, and the results are not what they want them to be. They go through these different emotions. So I got to understand. I think men on a different level than being huggy with them. I got to understand that they do feel, they hurt. They're ashamed, they're embarrassed at a lot of things they do. And how they kind of maneuver themselves through that to still get up and face those other inmates like nothing's bothering them. Yeah. So. Yeah, yeah. You go through the stages. Yeah. Yeah, you go through the stages of grief. But now I haven't been into jail to compare. But from what I can see, it's too much recidivism to say that it's working. You know, What are we not doing that not, helping these people when they get out? They do their time and then they get out, and then we have nothing set up for them. Yeah, and so they don't have apartments waiting on them, they don't have jobs waiting on them. Sometimes it all depends on how long they've been in. Everything has changed, so now you're getting after something different totally than when you went in, and who's helping you transition to that? Mhm. Exactly. Yeah. I don't even know. I did. Oh my God. Yes, yes. The Kairos outside. Kairos outside Fort Worth. Oh, Kairos Fort Worth outside. Amazing. I can't tell you what it was, a retreat. It renewed, restored my spirit. It was just awesome. And so my thing was, I have to be honest, I don't like being around a bunch of women. They catty. Yeah. And my son kept saying, Mom, go. You're gonna be blessed by this. Go, go, go. Yeah. And I was like, well, but who am I gonna sleep with? The weekend, because you spend a whole weekend. And it was amazing. It was amazing. So now I've learned that I don't want to surround myself with cattiness and messiness, but I want to surround myself with women that I can love and they can love me back. And it's okay. Yeah, yeah. Because we need to empower each other. We need to say, sister, you look good. A sister, you can go here. You can do that. Look, I did it. A sister, take this, go over here, and these people, because I'm a wealth of resources. People call me all the time. What do you know about this? What do you know about that? And just uplift each other. And it's Kairos, I believe. Kairos. Uh-huh. Kairos Fort Worth outside. So that's the people that's outside. And then they have a Kairos inside. And so they work with inmates on the inside as well. Yeah, but it's a wonderful thing. Just you guys need to just look it up, and maybe even get invited to one of the retreats. It's awesome. Yeah, 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 and everything is paid for. You don't do nothing. Just go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, well, absolutely. Well, absolutely. We just got to do more of it. And it can be done, you know, to see my sister smile, if I can give you a kind word, uh, even we can do some Bible. I can pray for you too. If that's what you need, I can do that too, because I want to see all women, rise above. Too many times I think we have not pushed each other enough because men, they will, they different from us. They know that they have some rotten friends and they still hang out with them. Whereas if we know we got rotten friends, we don't want to have nothing to do with it, and then we're gonna tell everybody about it. They ain't this, that, but we know we need to empower each other more. Sometimes we do the things we do because we don't have nobody to love on us or tell us, you can do this. You got this. Yeah. 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 Well, she was paying attention. She was paying attention. I did a speech in church one time. Well, a platform. They gave me a few minutes, and I was telling them that you go to church with these women, and they have to fight to get out the house, and then they got to fight to get back in the house. You see them, and something's wrong other than the Holy Spirit. All you gotta do is slip them your number. Say, sister, call me sometime. You know, or the platform is big but nobody's talking about domestic violence or things like that, or trying to help each other, so yeah, don't act like you don't see it, it's there. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, that's okay. That's because I'm a survivor of domestic violence. So I know what that's like, but that's why I say, you see it, they might not even want to talk about it, but here's my number, call me, just call me, just let them know you're there for them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because they can't tell the family. They can't tell their family because you know they don't want them worrying, but they don't want them turning against the person they protect the one that's hurt them. Let me say that we have a tendency to protect the one that's hurting us. So yeah, so just be there. Just let them know I'm here. Call me. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Yep. Yes. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so it's only been a year since my daughter died, and so I might get a little, but I'll do the best I can. um, so she battled with drug abuse for years, and it's hard on a parent when you can't. It's like your hands are tied; you can't do it. you know. And it's every time she went to treatment, I went to treatment. So I tell people I done been in treatment about 5 times. They say, "You have?" I was like, "Yeah," because every time she went, I went. And just hoping and praying. It's nothing like I tell people, don't call me after 10 o'clock because I'm thinking that that's the hospital or the jail, or the morgue. Come claim her. Yeah. So, you go through that for years. But from my understanding, she started out on pills. And the last drug she used was heroin. And what happened was it wasn't that she died of an overdose. It's like the abuse, her organs begin to shut down and fail. Congestive heart failure. Then she had, her liver failed, and then her kidneys failed. She started having seizures, and this was like within a week's time. But that was from years of substance abuse. Your body can only take so much you know and so my word to anybody is get you some help. We do love and care about you. Your family love and care about you. You might have had a bad relationship with your family, but somebody love and care about you, or they might have had to distance themselves to save themselves. That's what I had to do at some point. At some point in all this, I had to distance myself to save myself because I was dying with her. When I say dying, I mean the drug use that was going on. Yeah, because I was so stressed, just like she was. So yeah, yeah. So she passed last year. Yeah, yeah. I yeah. It's not, it's just like you got your hands tied. You watch it, and I fuss and cuss. And yes, I'm a Christian, but I was doing some cussing. I fuss and I cuss and I was like, oh, you got to stop this. You're going to let that kill you. Da, da, da. And, in the end, look what happened, but I tried to always keep a roof over her head and food in her mouth. I didn't want her to be on the streets where she could. But now I'm telling you, I had to put up stuff now. And it was so bad that when she died and she was gone, I was still hiding stuff. And I was like, what are you doing? You ain't got to hide this no more, because they don't want to steal from you, but they will steal from you, and you love them right through it. You love them right through it. I get to fuss and cuss. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. And I want any of them to get help. That would, that's why I say her death is not in vain, because I'm going to use it to help any woman, man I can, and I'm going to keep talking and, and keep loving on them, until I leave here. So it wasn't in vain. Yeah. Well, I know in Tarrant County they have Pine Street. That's over. It's over off of Lancaster by where the Trinity, the access, the buses are. And I don't know if you call them now or you walk up in there, but that's where she always went there. And they did have a 28-day program that might be different. It might have changed, but they also have outpatient. And see, she would go inpatient and come outpatient and become outpatient when I think she should have stayed inpatient longer. But she would do it just enough to get clean and come out and do the outpatient. And they have an awesome outpatient as well. But it's still, it's up to that person what they, yeah, yeah. But you got to change your playground. You got to change where you play at. And I used to tell her that you can't go back to that same playground. Those friends, you can't play with them no more because you're trying to do something different. And yeah, yeah. And my child had a good heart. She would help anybody. I was her personal social worker. Because anytime somebody needed help, she'd come to me. Well, mom, this person needs this and they got a baby and they need that. So she had a beautiful heart. And I wanted her to go to nursing school, just do better. I said, I got your back, I got you. But in the end, it's always their decision. So I've come to realize that. But I know Pine Street is one of them, that you don't have to have any money that you can go in. Mhm. And MA tomorrow might have some more, I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh, okay. Mhm. Yeah. And she always kept a job. She always had a job. Yeah. So yeah, but what she do with it, and I used to tell her, it's not what you make, it's what you do with what you make. And so yeah, yeah. So she was one that worked, but it was just, all I could do was pray, you know. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, just continue to have a dream and a goal and aspirations, and you can do whatever you set out to do. Like I said, I'm spiritual, so I don't know what nobody else is, but I trust God with my life. At first I didn't. I did what I wanted to do. But you got to have something that you believe in that's going to guide you know. And you can do whatever you want to do with fail. You can do it. Just keep believing in your higher power and yourself, and surround yourself with people of likeness. Because when you start moving in a certain direction, there's no people that's not going to want to move with you. So everywhere you're going, you're not supposed to take everybody with you. So just remember that. And anything that you want to do, you can do it. It can be done. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have some humps and bumps and some bruises, but you keep getting back up. Just keep getting back up. Yeah. Nope. Nope. So, yes. Well, you were 19. That's all that was important. Okay. Mhm. Congratulations. Oh yeah, yeah. You'll get there, believe me. I It took me 25 years to get my bachelor's, to go back to school and actually get it. And then after that, I got my master's in management, and then I have a master's in social work. So, I mean, it took that long for me to just get back in there and start grinding away, but it can be done. If it's one class at a time, do one class at a time, but it can be done. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Mhm. 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 Yeah. Yep. You have a good support system. Yeah, you need that. With doing anything in life, you need to surround yourself with a good support system. When I went back to school after 25 years of trying to pluck away, that's what I did. I surrounded myself with people of likeness, people who were moving the same way I was moving. And I think that helped me a lot. And just being on the East Coast in the Maryland area, things were competitive. Those women were grinding. So I wanted to do it too. So yeah, yeah. And like I told Abdul, I said, it's not that I knew more than nobody else, but it's those letters behind my name that helped me get in the door to help somebody else. And I didn't know no more than when before, probably, but they want to see you with those letters to say, oh yeah, she did the work. She know. Some of them don't know. But my passion was to get in the door so that I could help somebody. So, okay, you're gonna let me in here now. I'm gonna explore all this, and they need all this and that, you know. Yeah, so no, ladies, I'd like for y'all to just go and look up Kairos. It made such a difference in my life, you know, and it came at the right time. So just look them up and just, you know, try to get, you know, more involved. If not with them, with something, you know, because you know, much is given, much is required. We all got some good stuff, but we got to give back too. You know, that's how the blessings come. You got to pour them out so they can come back into you. So, you know, help somebody if it's nothing but a kind word, a supportive word to help them. Yep. Yep. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's right. And even you know, if you've lost someone because of maybe, you know, violence, if you've lost someone, you know, also that too. I mean, they might not put it out there, but you know, some of the ladies in there had lost loved ones as well. Yeah. 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 Mm, mhm. Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome. I just wish just y'all just check it out. Just look at it. And you too. And thank you. Good night. Bye-bye. Okay.